Hello and welcome YouTubers and Doctor Who fanatics to another installment of the Showcase series for May 2024. Shocking, I know. And yeah, I've had a 4-week break away from the channel, a much needed break, but the Doctor Who content will be back rolling on the channel. But yeah, I've got a nice collection of big finishes to showcase as well. Of course, obviously, no doubt, some Doctor Who books. Now I might as well show these together because it's the same story. I got the reprint along with the audio novelization of Genesis of the Daleks, which, yes, you could say it's been done to absolute death. How many types of media you can experience Genesis of the Daleks. I will admit, with the targets, it's not really something I've got my teeth into, because personally to me, I prefer original fiction to novelizations. But yeah, after the terrible, and I want to erase it from my memory, Daleks Genesis of Terror, which was just a complete waste of money in my opinion, and a waste of time, and it should have been incorporated into the ARC release and just think of it like it never existed. But I know this will obviously live up to the hype, and hopefully I can get some more audio novelizations, because something like this I've never actually showcased in a showcase video ever. I've never owned any audio novelizations, so it's actually quite nice to own. So yeah, that is Genesis of the Daleks. And now we have some, of course, Doctor Who books. We're going to do the books first, and then we get into the Big Finish audios, which is the main bulk of the video. And yeah, funny enough, no rare Doctor Who books, so no surprise rare book reveals in this video. This one's going to be fairly standard. Yeah, the first one is an unofficial Doctor Who fan-made book. It is titled The Best Doctor Who Poems in the Universe. It was literally 50p on the internet, so I said, you know what, I'll just pick it up. Even though poems and drabbles aren't really my thing, I'm more of a completionist. You can't really say no for 50p and free posted packing, and that's every single person included in the contents. And I'm going to sound like a real prick here, but I don't really recognise anyone here. But the fan art does sound pretty cool, so I'll quickly go to that. Yeah, I would definitely say 100% that art is not my talent, so I would definitely not be worthy. That's flipping incredible, mind you. I would not be worthy to even be in this book. Yeah, I wish I was good at art, but I'm absolutely not. I'm disgraceful. So yeah, that is The Best Doctor Who Poems in the Universe. 50p, you can't say no to it. Next one, well, you could consider this quite a collector's item, because it doesn't appear a lot on the internet. So could I consider it rare? Yeah, sort of, but it's not like it's going to go for over £100, because it isn't. It's not one of those types of books. But I paid, if I remember correctly, $19.99 for it. It is the Peter Davison book of Alien Planets. There's also another version called Alien Monsters, I do believe, but I am yet to actually track it down or find a listing for it, besides being a ridiculous listing of £999, which of course it isn't worth that. And this is in okay condition. I would probably just give it probably a 5 out of 10, but yeah, this is an ex-library copy I've seen in here. But what's very weird about this book, apparently, because you've got authors like Arthur C. Clarke in this, for example, none of these short stories are actually related to Doctor Who at all. Then it has Peter Davison on the front cover, so it's a very weird book. So I would say that's just an advertising, marketing tactic they took to make Doctor Who fans pick up this book, but then it's quite misleading because it has nothing to do with Doctor Who. It's just sci-fi short stories. But you still got famous short story writers in there in the sci-fi universe, such as Ray Bradbury and Arthur C. Clarke, but nothing to do with Doctor Who. So it's a very weird book. But yeah, that is Peter Davison's Book of Alien Planets. And the final one, again, an oddity. I've had it in my collection for quite a while, but I have yet to showcase it. It is this, Beyond the Stars, Tales of Adventure in Time and Space. Has it got anything to do with Doctor Who? Well, looking at the front cover, you would say this does not look like a Doctor Who book at all. But there is quite a unique Doctor Who story, short story rather, in this book. It includes 17 stories from the exciting world of science fiction, including Star Wars, Doctor Who. Apparently this came from Marks and Spencer's. And yeah, the short story, I will get to it. It's a sequel by Terrance Dicks, if I can find the flipping story. Here we go. It is a sequel, Third Doctor Peladon stories written by Terrance Dicks. Though I have no clue what incarnation of the Doctor it actually is. Because it doesn't reveal any companions from the looks of it. So either I would have to read the story to actually understand which incarnation it is in this story. Or if this Return to Peladon is featured in any other collection of any Doctor Who books. I'm unfamiliar with the story. Oh, it says the Doctor set off with Sarah, so I presume it's either the Third Doctor again, or perhaps the Fourth Doctor. Yeah, that is Beyond the Stars, Tales of Adventure in Time and Space. Now we get to move on to the Big Finish audios. And I would say I would cover this one first, as I have just picked these up now, and the series has just recently concluded. That is the Santarins versus Rutins series. Recently, as I said, concluded with In Name Only. I haven't yet listened to any of these stories. That's just more of not having the time to actually sitting down and listening to them. But I fully intend, I can't do this with every Big Finish release because it's just impossible for me. But this one, I do intend to review the whole series back to back in one video anyway. I just do not have the time to do them individually because I would end up missing one out or something like that, so I just don't have the time. But yes, this series was to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Santarins, the Battle of Giant Causeway, the Children of the Future, which I don't think actually features the Santarins in this. Again, I may be wrong because they're not depicted on the cover. But with the Rutins, which is wonderful to actually have the Rutins more of a focus. They've been an anomaly in Doctor Who, haven't they? Born to Die, and the recent one that's just come out, In Name Only. I've distanced myself from any reviews, so I have no spoilers and no expectations to get into this series, so I don't know what to expect. I just hope they do the Rutins justice, along with the Santarins, because I find them pretty underrated. And they just don't get a lot of focus, like the Krynoids, for example. So yeah, that is the Santarins vs. Rutins series. Will be reviewed shortly. This finally just very recently arrived, and it was due to some manufacturing problems that the physical release it took some time to get here. But in my opinion, it's one of the best releases Big Finish have ever done, and I 100% intend to get the previous releases, no doubt, and I recommend you do so. Start from the beginning, except for starting on this one, because the impact would be so much more greater. You probably look at this even better when you listen to them in order, 100%. But yeah, I definitely need to re-listen to this again, but no doubt I can say this confidently. It's one of the best Big Finish releases of all time, and I would say it's even better than Dark Eyes, so yeah, that's quite the statement to make. Though I would say my least favourite from the box set, and even though it's relative and it's not a bad story, it's always flipping brilliant. It's so full of mystery and character and charm. Didn't You Kill Your Mother? I would say Dalek Victorious was my favourite, and Alfie Shaw definitely had a lot on the plate to deliver a cracking finale. Though I won't spoil how this audio concluded, I'll just rather keep that quiet. But yeah, no doubt this is one of the best Big Finishes I've ever listened to. Strongly recommended. If you want to check out the review, it will be linked in the video. But yeah, I just say just pick it up. And I don't really cover a lot of new series content, or anything related to the new series here, but it's a flipping cracker. Now to some Third Doctor goodness. I have picked up 2 releases with the Third Doctor which came out last year. I have yet to listen to either of them. That is The Return of Jo Jones and Intelligence for War. I can't say anything about these releases as I have not listened to them at all. This one I believe is 3 1-hour stories. And this one here is just one big corker of a 7-parter. Very much reminiscent of season 7 of Doctor Who. I still to this day say it's one of the best seasons of Doctor Who ever. So no doubt this will be up my alley for sure. Yeah, 100%. Very looking forward to that one, Intelligence for War. Probably won't review it, but I'm looking forward to it nonetheless. Another recent release, pretty good. I don't think I like it as much as other people do. I've seen like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I think that rating's a little bit too much. But it is a very good celebration for the 6th Doctor. And there is another release coming out in celebration of the 6th Doctor called The Trials of a Time Lord, which is coming out August this year, so very much in theme of celebrating the 40th anniversary of the 6th Doctor. So I do admit, I don't sing its praises like other people do, but it's by no means a bad box set. It's very fun, very enjoyable, and it is a very good celebration for the 6th Doctor. Again, I have reviewed this box set already, so I will not repeat myself, so you can always check out the review. But to go through it quickly, The Exaltation was a nice little introduction to the box set. Escape from Holy Island was, in my opinion, the weakest. I kind of struggled with that one. Sibling Rivalry and Children of the Revolution was a good Santarin adventure. The 1,000 Year Fall was a very good character piece, but did lack in plot, but I really loved it for its character piece. And The Firstborn was a very fun conclusion to wrap up the box set of just literally seeing multiple incarnations of the 6th Doctor talking to each other. It's very fun. Not one of my favourite big finishes for this year, but it's still very much a very enjoyable box set. And I'm going to round it up here with some spin-off releases. It is a crime against humanity that I have committed, but I have yet to listen and experience this series. This series has been going on for a very long time. I have picked up the first 3 audios from series 1. The bundle didn't have number 4, so it was £10 on eBay. It would be foolish to say no, and yeah, I do believe I have committed a crime that I have yet to experience the Gallifrey series. It's got the wonderful Lalla Ward and Louise Jameson, along with John Leeson with K9 too. Stories with political corruption within Gallifrey, and I would say the extended media has played a role in me kind of wanting to get into this series. When I say extended media, I mean the books, to really dabble my toes into Gallifrey. So it's about goddamn time. So eventually, and I do mean eventually, I think a video is in order just to dedicate to Gallifrey. But that is not happening anytime soon because it is a vast collection now. But yeah, that is, I think, a good roundup to end the video. The Gallifrey series. People rave about it, and I would say, is it justified? It probably is, but we'll soon find out. So thanks for watching my video on showcase number 58 for May 2024. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and of course, have a good one.